Maglang in the previous episode. Somewhere in the universe there is a special planet with unusual countries, one of which is the Kingdom of Magic Languages, where all the royal nobility and retinue are parts of speech, and words are living actors of the language theaters. Royal service of important trifles, 3 divisions and their heads, Miss Particle, Mr. Conjunction, and Mr. Preposition, their words, little special agents, service words, shades of chocolate, symbols of the service. Maglang, the Kingdom of Magic Languages. Maglang, Королівство Чарівних мов. There are 3 best friends in the Kingdom of Magic Languages. Though at first glance, this friendship is a bit strange. The court clown, the bodyguard of descendants of the crown, and the mysterious ghost of the royal castle. But these 3 were truly friends. Balance of emotions, security and mysteries. They were always interesting for each other and gathered a lot of fables since the time when magic languages appeared. Court clown interjection is the soul of the company. Not in vain everyone in the kingdom loved him even earlier, in the colorful times before the magic languages epoch. Words like hello, bye, oh found in him a friend and a leader very quickly. And although words that were words of interjection were not always optimistic and cheerful, emotional and short words interjections became very popular. Royal Bodyguard article is opposite to the court clown interjection by his character. His work is mainly related to protection of the royal descendants, prince noun and princess adjective. His words are few in number. In some languages there are no article words at all, for example in the Ukrainian language, but after all they as shadows are present there. We'll talk about this a little later. The most mysterious person in the Maglang is the royal ghost who knows. He takes care of words that are difficult to attribute to any part of speech. There are not many such words, but they are in almost every language. For example, in Ukrainian, «Хто зна, немає, треба». Who knows? It's absent, it's necessary. It not beings, not objects, not actions, not numbers, not service words, not interjections. These are like ghost words, but they also make sense. Everyone in the Kingdom of Bright Shades had their own unique ID color, instead of name, surname, passport. When the country became the Kingdom of Magic Languages, the colors haven't vanished anywhere. They just were added to other data about each citizen. Court clown interjection also had his own bright juicy color, tropical orange, the most optimistic in the Maglang. The color of Mr. Article, the bodyguard of the royal twins, also is juicy and bright, the rare sunny lemon. One glance toward this fruit causes a squint in one who is familiar with its concentrated sour but healing taste. So Mr. Article causes mixed feelings to the prince and to the princess. He takes care and protects them, but they often run away from the care and seek independence. The most mysterious color of Maglang had the royal ghost who knows. Imagine an aromatic luxurious coffee with milk of the white bear and adding a few drops of rose petal juice from the royal garden. This drink is super popular in the country's coffee shops and even abroad. No one knows the exact recipe, except Mr. Ghost, so officially it is also the color of unknown and the mystery. During the time when there were no languages, but there was the color and pictures telepathy, there was necessity to convey information about something unknown, mysterious. Sometimes you just had to say something like, I don't know, with the picture. The color of Mr. Ghost was very helpful in this sense, and this shade was also possible for using to mask thoughts and cover up secrets. There are many cozy coffee shops in Maglang where you can order not only coffee and tea, but also a sea of bright drinks that amaze the imagination. Our three friends are often together in different coffee shops, and it's always interesting to talk to each other. Interjection tells funny stories. Article preoccupies with the security of the kingdom and the threat from the Tsar Murlon. The ghost, like a wise philosopher, gives precious advices. It so happened that the newly born words were quickly distributed into separate groups, parts of speech. The main parts of speech took names of the royal family: verb, pronoun, noun, adjective, numeral, and adverb. Service parts of speech: small words helpers, preposition, conjunction, particle. That's the service of the important trifles. And our three friends are just like additional freelancers. Court clown interjection, bodyguard of crowned descendants Mr. Article, and the royal ghost who knows are important persons in Maglang, but they take care of the words that are not part of speech. Circumstances developed so that sacred science of the kingdom, philology, did not give the status of parts of speech to some words. So our friends' article, interjection, and who knows had something in common. Nevertheless, they were quite different in character. Although it was even for the better, the friends perfectly completed each other. Cheerful, energetic interjection lifted everyone's spirit. Moderate, careful, and serious article was always ready to protect the company from any troubles and gave a clear assessment of everything that is. The mysterious ghost who knows told interesting educational stories. It's interesting to know that at first the words were not divided into exact words categories, parts of speech. Words were born spontaneously and lived like wild forest dwellers. But when their number began to increase sharply, there was a need to bring order and tame these free and restless beings. Although the process of taming and guidance in the order in the group of words turned out to be difficult but also interesting. The most important words, that are called main parts of speech, are the easiest to tame and understand. Often they are relatives. Live, verb, life is a noun, alive is an adjective, and so on. Official small words were also quickly learned. They were distinguished by their work, help other words to build sentences. Exclamation words or interjections words are the hardest creatures for domestication and the most diverse in origin. The very first words interjections were wild and independent. The mysterious forest was full of them. They copied various sounds they met in nature, the voices of animals, woof woof, meow meow, moo, cook-a-doodle-doo, even sounds of silence, shh, tss. We can say that the first words were all the interjection. They were simply so wild that they were not considered as parts of speech for a long time, neither basic nor service. After some time, the royal clown interjection achieved that the king verb declared him as the leader of the part of speech that has become free and original, especially since words of courtesy, thank you, sorry, hello, bye, official became interjections, although they had relatives in other parts of speech. It's important to know that words interjections don't change by cases, numbers, genders. It's better to remember and recognize them. For example, the word hello in Ukrainian is an interjection when it appears in a sentence as an element of politeness. But that's the same. The word hello can be a noun that changes in numbers: hello, hellos, by cases of hello, to hello, with hello, etc. For example, such a sentence: he always sends hellos to her. Here it is a noun. But hello, it's me. Here it is an interjection. The most emotional words are interjections. That's why these creatures choose its leader, the merry royal clown interjection. They can decorate a slightly boring text and it will sparkle with brighter colors. I, here you go. Interjections are short and single words, but sometimes consist of several words. The main thing is that they must not change, as if a snapshot of emotions. Interjections can also be provocative. They can even command, urge to action. Let's go, go away, hey, kitty kitty, call a cat. Ho, stop the horse. Shh, order, shut up. King Morlon the Dark brazenly stole some words for his dark deeds. He lured the words to him by cunning into the underground tsardom, and there he tortured them and twisted their meaning. But let's not talk about the sad and eternal struggle of good and evil, knowledge light and ignorance darkness. Now we are talking about the kingdom of magic languages, not the tsardom of ignorance. We got to know Mr. Interjection more or less. Now let's talk about Mr. Article. This character is not as emotional as his friend Interjection, but not less important in the country. To begin with, let's analyze what an article is in the language. For example, it's absent in Ukrainian, but in English, Italian and Arabic it occurs frequently. Some words always need to use an article. Algebra, alchemy, algorithm. Ordinary people have already forgotten or did not know that each of these words is preceded by a definite article, and it even became a part of them. By the way, Ukrainian and English are two official languages of the Maglang in this century. Words are living beings. Having once appeared in the world, they can change the shape, acquire new meanings, generate new words relatives, migrate from language to language. In our kingdom, languages just was born, but after a few years they were already massively exported to other planets. Some countries bought a language as a constructor, and then refused from the article. And not only from the article, by the way, but let's talk about that later. In any case, the function of the article could be taken by other words. One apple equal any apple equal an apple. Indefinite article a or an, for better sound of pronunciation, is the word one that changed. One apple or any apple, it doesn't really matter which one. It is possible in Ukrainian, do not clarify the importance of the apple, but you can clarify if you want it. This is freedom. The definite article the in modern English is just like a set of changed words. This, say, this, ті, that, той, those, ті. That is the apple, equal the specific apple, this or that, and not just any. Some words have such a complicated biography that guarded by the royal ghost who knows. He is not only a famous philosopher, but also a historian. His activities deserve a separate video. To be continued. Далі буде. Maglang in the next episode. The state attributes of the kingdom of Maglang. The emblem, the flag, the anthem. Currency, banknotes and coins. How the power organized. Legislative, executive, judicial. Mass media and more interesting facts about the kingdom. To be continued. Далі буде.